Hi, this is Hardball Retro. Welcome to the Retro Dome. Today's game is Game 3 of the World Series with the 1985-1989 Hardball Retro Originals. We've got the Mets squaring off with the Royals in Kansas City for Game 3 here. Be sure to check out Game 1 and 2 videos on my channel. And let's take a look at the lineups. We do have the anticipated matchup of Dwight Gooden 85 edition versus Brett Saberhagen 89 edition. Um, take a quick look at the lineups here. We're not doing any transactions. So we got righty versus righty. Both teams managed by computer. Set the lineups. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. Ken Phelps with a huge game for the Royals in Game 2. Kevin Mitchell with a great game for the Mets in Game 1. So let's see who the hero is today. Take a quick look at the available players on the bench. And then the lineup. Probably keep the lineups as is. I'm just wondering, maybe sub somebody in there for Gerald Young. See versus righties here. Take a quick look at my great grandmother's favorite player, Mookie Wilson. And versus righties versus lefties. That's about right. Let's see. I mean, he's got a 791 OPS. What does Gerald have? 650. It was just that Gerald had a higher overall win shares, probably because he played every day and he did swipe 65 bags. So done in the postseason, he's 3 for 13. Not awful, not great. Take a look at Jeffries since he's a switch hitter. 2 for 12 so far. And a slightly better OPS versus righties, but Mookie had the highest one, so let's get Mookie some at bats here. Right, this is all for fun anyway. We already ran the season replays and determined a winner, so let's get Mookie some at bats. I'm gonna select him here. Click on 9. He's gonna bat 9th. Actually, he might bat higher than. Let's see what Backman's numbers are. Backman 768. Mookie was a little better. We'll move Backman down to the bottom here. There we go. And Mook. We could put Mookie in left and DH Mitchell here, I think. Let's do that. All right. So that's our one lineup tweak for the Mets. And how about on the Royals side? Let's see. We need to shake up the lineup at all here. Versus Doc Gooden. It's top 4, top 5 definitely staying the same. Bo Jackson has really struggled in the playoffs here, and he's whiffing at an extremely high rate. So I wonder if that might be an opportunity to sit Bo down here. He is 10 for 38 with 17 Ks, 263. And he is Bo Jackson, so I think we're going to leave him alone. Other than that, Cork is the lefty. What's Rupert doing? 3 for 21 in the playoffs. Homer and 2 RBIs. 795 versus righties. Pretty good. What was Bo versus righties? 790. Okay. Let's take a look at the lefties real quick here. 8-14 for Kingery. Hasn't played at all. Marvell win. 3 for 11. Sheridan. Got Sheridan up 2 here. 7-19. Not so hot. I think we're going to not touch the lineup here. Oh, you know what? You know what? Let's do this. Farland. Give Cork a day off, let McFarland play, and he's going to bat a little higher than ninth. Let's do that. Play ball. All right. So we've got Dykstra, Kendo, and Mitchell against Saberhagen at Kauffman Stadium. So hard grounder to second, fielded by White, and he throws to Seitzer for the out. That's one away. Jose Oquendo's up. And swing and a miss by Oquendo. That's Saberhagen's first strikeout of the day. Kevin Mitchell. Fly ball to center. And Willie Wilson's there, makes the catch. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for New York. 1/2 in the books. And we have Wilson, Seitzer, and Brett due up against Doc Gooden. Ground ball down to third, fielded by Magadan, and he throws over to Randy Milligan for out number 1. Here's Kevin Seitzer. Had an excellent season in 1987. And he delivers a single to left. So he's on first. George Brett steps in there, getting 310 on the postseason with a couple of dingers. 3 ribbies. Slow grounder to Gooden. Gooden guns it to first and throws wild. Score that a hit and an error. Seitzer advances to third, Brett to second. And Ken Phelps, the hero of game number 2, steps in. Memory serves, he was 4 for 5 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs in that game. And he draws a walk here, so Gooden's in some trouble. Bases loaded, 1 out. Frank White up. 5 homers in the postseason so far for White. He had a heck of a series against Boston. Pitches in the dirt. It gets by Jody Davis. Charge Gooden with a wild pitch. Seitzer scores from third. Brett goes to third. Phelps to second. And the Royals take a 1-0 lead. So White steps back in. High drive to left. It's deep. Wilson going back. It's over his head and off the wall. That's going to be a double for White. And it's going to knock in 2. And the Mets trail 3-0 in the first. Rupert Jones steps in. One of my favorite players. It started to rain. The rain has stopped and play will resume. All right, Rupert steps back in. Pass ball, it gets away from Davis, rolls all the way to the backstop. White advances to third. So all kinds of problems for with Gooden and Davis this inning. Ground ball down to first. Milligan fields it and beats Jones to the bag. And that's 2 away. Bo Jackson steps in. As I mentioned, overall numbers not awful in the playoffs, except for his strikeout rate. Hard grounder, and that's going to get through the infield. Wilson cuts it off in a hurry, and that's a single for Bo Jackson. White scores from third, and it's 4-0 Kansas City in the first. And here's Mike McFarland. Jackson goes. The throw from Davis is right on the money to nail him. That'll do it for KC, but they do get 4 runs in the inning, and they've jumped out to a 4-0 lead. All right, here's Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Mets in the top of the second against Saberhagen. Fly ball and into right field for a base hit. Strawberry is on with a single. Randy Milligan steps in. The offering from Saberhagen. Big bouncer down to third. Up in the air to get it is Brett, but he can't get the ball out of his glove, and they're going to rule that an error. Strawberry advances to second. Next up, Jody Davis. Hard grounder to White. He steps on the bag and fires to Seitzer. Double play. Strawberry over to third, but there's 2 away now. The Mets trying to claw back into this one and not let it get away from them too much here. Ouch, that pitch just got away and hits Magadan. He trots slowly down to first. And Mookie Wilson steps in. Fly ball to center. Willie Wilson is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So Kansas City up by 4. And McFarland steps in. He was at the plate when Bo Jackson was caught stealing for the final out of the first. Fly ball to left, slicing away from Mookie, and he can't get to it. It gets by him and goes to the wall. That's going to be a 2-base hit for McFarland. Here's Luis Salazar. 282 with a homer and 6 RBI in the postseason thus far. And he swings and misses. Strike 3, fooled by a breaking ball. All right, top of the order, Willie Wilson. Grounder down to first. Milligan fields it and touches the bag before Willie Wilson gets there, so that's out number 2. Kevin Seitzer takes a moment to clean some dirt from the spikes, and now he steps in to face Gooden. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Gooden slipped breaking ball by him. All right, top of 3. Backman, Dykstra, Kendo due up for the Mets. Here's Backman, his first plate appearance of the day. And he pops it up to second. And Frank White's going to settle under it and make the catch for out number 1. Lenny Dykstra steps in, 0 for 1 today, thus far. Well hit to center. Wilson is going back, but he has no chance, and that one's well into the cheap seats. Home run for Dykstra. So the Mets get on the board. It's 4-1. There's Jose Oquendo. There's a deep fly into center field for a base hit. Oquendo is on with a single. All right, Kevin Mitchell steps in with a runner aboard. 1 out. Waved at and missed. Mitchell was fooled badly. Goes down swinging. So now we got the straw man checking in with a 240 average this postseason. 1 homer, 1 RBI so far. Hard grounder through the infield and into left. Jackson cuts it off in a hurry, and that's a single for Strawberry with Okendo stopping at second. A little bit of a jam for Saberhagen. And Randy Milligan up, grounded down to third, fielded by Brett. Throws across the diamond to Seitzer, and that's out number 3. So we've got 3 in the books. KC ahead 4-1. George Brett steps in against Doc Gooden. Grounder to short, fielded by Okendo, and he throws to Milligan for the out. There's Ken Phelps, DH, and Gooden misses outside for ball 4. So Phelps draws the free pass. Frank White steps in. 1 for 1 with a couple of RBI today. Overall in the postseason, 289, 5 homers, 14 RBIs in 38 at-bats. Phelps goes, and the throw from Davis is high, and he's in there. That was unexpected. I guess Phelps noticed that Gooden was not paying any attention to him there. Ground ball to short, fielded by Okendo, and he throws to Milligan for the out. And that stolen base prevented a double play, so 2 down. Phelps at second, taking his lead. Rupert Jones up. And he is fooled badly. Goes down swinging for out number 3. So we got top of 4, Davis, Magadan, Mookie Wilson due up. Jody Davis strolls to the plate. The pitch, dribbler out in front of the catcher. McFarland barehands it, throws down to first for the out. And Magadan takes a walk from Saberhagen. So 1 down, runner on first for Mookie. Mookie's hitting .308 on the postseason. Hard shot down the first baseline, off the bag, and into right field. That'll slow it down just enough for Jones to cut it off. Holding Wilson to a single, and Magadan elects to hold up at second. So we got Backman up, 2 aboard, 1 out. Outside, ball 4. Bases loaded for Dykstra. We know what Dykstra did his last time up. And they've got Saberhagen on the ropes. High pop up to third, and that'll be an easy out for Brett. So Saberhagen might just wiggle his way out of this. Let's see. We got Okendo up here. 1 for 2 on the day. Bases loaded. 2 down. Deep fly ball to center, and that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Single for Okendo. Magadan scores. Wilson advances to third. Backman to second. And bases still loaded for Kevin Mitchell. Hard grounder to second, fielded by White, and he throws to Seitzer for the out. So the Mets scratch another run across, and it's 4-2. Here comes Bo Jackson. Gooden blows it past him for strike 3, and that's Jackson's 18th strikeout of the postseason. It's almost one every 2 at-bats, I believe. Here's Mike McFarland, 1 for 1 today, in relief of Jamie Quirk. McFarland would normally get at-bats against the lefty, but he had decent numbers versus right-handers, so figured we'd plug him in there today and get him some work. Give Quirk a breather. There's grounder to second. And no runs, no hits, nobody left on. Here we go, top of 5. Strawberry checks in. 2 for 2 today. Hardliner to right and deep. Jones going back, way back to the track. And it's off the wall, so close. That'll be a long triple. Milligan's up. Strawberry just 90 feet away at third. Nobody out. That one misses inside, ball 4. So both pitchers struggling a bit today. Both the respective aces of their teams here. Yeah, both pitchers worked the final game of their respective championship series, so that's why they didn't pitch until game 3 here. All right, Davis goes down swinging. So we have first and third, 1 out. Okay, pickoff attempt. Milligan's safe. High pop up in foul territory, carrying towards the stands. McFarland makes the play. So 2 down, first and third. And Mookie Wilson's up. Quick throw over to first. Milligan dives back. Safe. I don't think Milligan will try that again. Hardliner to center. Wilson comes in, takes it on a hop. Single for Mookie. Strawberry scores from third. Milligan to second. And it's a 1-run ball game now. Saberhagen's still hanging in there. Facing Wally Backman. Number 9 hitter for the Mets today. He pops it up to short. Easy out for Salazar. And the Royals escape, retaining the lead, but it's now a 4-3 ball game. And we got Willie Wilson due up. Grounder short, fielded by Oquendo. Guns it over to first, and he nabs Willie Wilson in time. Seitzer's up. Kevin Seitzer, the first baseman in today's ball game. He can also play third. Soft grounder to second, fielded by Backman. And he throws to Milligan for the out. So George Brett, the always dangerous George Brett, steps in to square off against Doc Gooden. Hard grounder to second, fielded by Backman, and he throws him out, so no runs for the Royals. As we go to the top of the 6th, we've got the top of the Mets batting order. Dykstra, Oquendo, Mitchell due up. Ground ball to Saberhagen, and he throws it to Seitzer in time. Dykstra is out at first. Oquendo 2 for 3 today. And he strikes out there. So quickly 2 away. Kevin Mitchell stands in there. Potential tying run. But he gets under it. pops up to third, and Brett snags it for out number 3. So we've got Gooden squaring off against 4, 5, and 6 for KC. We've got Phelps, White, and Jones due up. Kenny Phelps fly to left. Mookie is there, and he makes the catch. So 1 away. Soft grounder to second, fielded by Backman, and he throws to Milligan for the out. Rupert Jones. Ball 4. Jones trots down to first. Gooden's worked pretty hard today for his outs here. He's got only 4 strikeouts. Make that 5. He just blew away Bo Jackson for third out. So we head to the top of the 7th with the Mets trailing by 1. And Darryl Strawberry is 3 for 3 today. No outs, top of 7. Saberhagen still in there. Fielded by Brett. Throws to Seitzer for the out. So they finally retire Strawman. Here's Randy Milligan. Fly ball to right. And Rupert Jones settles under it and makes the catch. So quickly 2 away. Jody Davis coming up. And the whiff. 7th inning stretch time. All right, Mike McFarland due up. Doc Gooden still in there. 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 Ks, 3 walks, 4 runs. Swung on and missed. Looks like he's still got a little bit left here. So that's 1 away. Luis Salazar. Hard grounder to short, fielded by Oquendo. And that's an out. Out number 2. Go back to the top of the order for Kansas City. Willie Wilson gets in from batting from the left-hand side, grounds it to first, and Milligan beats him to the bag. So we're through 7. KC clinging to that 4-3 lead. The umpire brushes off the plate as Magadan gets set to hit. Hard grounder to Seitzer, flips it to Saberhagen covering for out number 1. Okay, Mookie is 2 for 3 today with an RBI, so that move was productive. Down goes Wilson, strike 3. And that's a grounder down to second. Easy play for White, throws over to Seitzer for the out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. KC hoping to pad their lead here, but Gooden's been putting goose eggs up since the first. 4-run first. Okay. So Seitzer grounds out to first. Score that one 1-3. Flipped it to Saberhagen. Here's George Brett. And down goes Brett. Strike 3. All right, Ken Phelps Hardliner to Backman, and Phelps is out. So top 9, Kansas City 4-3, and Quisenberry comes on. Top of the order for New York. We've got Dykstra, Okendo, and Mitchell Dew. High fly to deep left. Jackson is shuffling back to the track. He reaches up. He can't get it. And that ball sneaks into the seats for a home run. Dykstra has a 2 home run day. And it's a brand new ball game at 4-4. So after that rough first, the Mets claw their way back, and they've tied it up here. Okendo, hard liner down to third, too hot to handle, and that's going to whiz right on by and into left for a base hit. Jackson is on it quickly. A single for Okendo. Kevin Mitchell's up. Quisenberry struggling here in the 9th. Hard shot down the first base line, off the bag and into right. That'll slow it down just enough for Jones to cut it off. And that's going to hold Mitchell to a single, and Okendo is going to stay at second. Strawberry 3 for 4. Quisenberry still in here. He steps off, looks at Okendo. Okendo dives back, and he'll stay put for now. Trying to get a lead to score that go-ahead run. Ground ball, and that's going to get through the infield. Wilson cuts it off in a hurry, and that's a single for Strawberry. Okendo stops at third. Interesting call there by the third base coach, but I guess he was concerned that Okendo might get gunned down at the plate. Randy Milligan, bases loaded, no outs. Swing and a miss. Fooled by a breaking ball. And he's out. Trouble brewing for Quisenberry and the Royals with the bases loaded and only 1 down. Infield in, and Davis will take a seat, strike 3, swinging. So 2 away. Base is still full of Mets. 4-4 ball game. Dave Magadan due up. He will bat. Hard fly ball down the first base line. Fair ball headed for the right field corner. Jones is unable to cut it off. Magadan cruises into second for a double. That'll knock in a pair, and the Mets take a 6-4 lead here in the 9th. Mookie Wilson due up. Second and third. That's a bullet on the ground, too hot to handle, and it's going to whiz right on by. Willie Wilson is on it quickly. Scoring from third is Strawberry. Magadan holds at third, so it's 7-4 Mets. Wally Backman. Quisenberry fires to first, safe. He almost caught Mookie Wilson leaning. Big hole on the right side with Seitzer holding the runner. Ground ball to second, fielded by White, and he throws to Seitzer for the out. And that'll do it for the Mets in the top of the 9th, but they get 4 as they go ahead 7-4 here. And Randy Myers will come on for the Mets to face White, Jones, and Jackson. White swings right through it, and down he goes. So that's 1 away. Here's Rupert Jones. It has started to rain, and the home plate umpire has called the game. That's the ball game. The final score: New York 7, Kansas City 4. All right. Well, it's kind of a anticlimactic end to that one, but I mean, it pretty much looked like the Mets were gonna handle that anyway. So let's save this. take a look at the box score, and then we'll wrap it up here. So Gooden, despite the struggles in the first inning, he picks up the win. Dykstra led the offense for New York, going 2 for 5 with 2 homers, 2 RBIs. Take a look at the newspaper box. 7-4 final. Dykstra, Okendo 3 hits, Strawberry 4 hits, a couple RBIs apiece from Magadan and Mookie Wilson. And let's see if any other interesting things here. Frank White, 2 RBIs. Gooden's line, Saberhagen, 8 innings, 3 earned. They both, not their best games, obviously, but they both kept their teams in it. And Quisenberry roughed up there in the ninth, obviously. 1 inning, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, homer. Close that out. All right, folks, well, that'll do it for Game 3. Mets take a 2-1 lead in the series, so catch us next time for Game 4. Keep playing ball, and we'll see you soon. Take care.